It's not on us to decide if an idea is going to change the world. It's like, could this founder navigate this to be a really big, impactful company in some way?
I mean, one of the things that I respect the hell out of you for is you found a way as an investor who wasn't an operator to align the sensibilities of the two people who are doing a fundamentally different job.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
What was the journey like?
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever told you this. I go to business school.
That you would recommend to everybody.
I love business school. I loved it. And then I tried to start a couple companies. And
No way.
Yeah, they were awful.
Wait, I need idea roll.
I can't.
Wait, let's hear the pitches. Come
One
on.
was basically like the Everlane of like vacation stuff. And I was like, it's like super simple, like inputs in, money out, like you can do this. And there was another one, but I'm not gonna do that. And I did a lot of ideation, I met a lot of people, and I realized like I needed a fantastic co-founder because you cannot go it alone. I like knew that. And I really needed an idea I was really passionate about.
Yeah.
And I didn't have either of those things. And I kept thinking of other ideas but I like could not get there. And candidly, like in business school, they make you think a lot about your life and what you want to do and your values and like direction where you're going. And I really had a bit of a realization, which is like, I really love being around founders. I can release my founder envy and just like support them and help them. I'm happy to be a coach and not a player. It's like, and those I can't do, work at a startup. Those I can't work at a startup, invest. But for me, I think those early experiences around founder empathy and an awareness about how difficult it is, and also seeing up close how great founders cannot work for a million reasons, and also trying it to the extent that you're like, wow, I am not cut out for this. I think all of those things help me support companies, support founders. I think with enough time in venture, you start to see the same patterns emerge. You know the questions that are going to come up. Like many of the challenges you have are novel to you because you're like an N of one. But for us, we've seen those things before, and that's why we bet on the person. Investors love to say this, and I don't really like it, but like you bet on the jockey, not the horse. Because I think if you've done venture as long as Larry Hippo's done venture, like there are going to be missteps, and you know that the thing you're investing in, the company may not look like what it looks like at the end state. So it's not on us to decide if an idea is going to change the world.
Yeah.
It's like, could this founder navigate this to be a really big, impactful company in some way?
Yeah.
And so I think we have a good track record of knowing it's all about people and being founder driven on investing, knowing that sometimes we're gonna be right, sometimes we're gonna be wrong. Like we're not Minority Report here. We don't know like the future of what people are like, but like generally if you surround yourself with great people and you invest in great people and you throw them in rooms with great people, like they're going to figure it out, because at the end of the day, we make, 40 bets a fund and you make one bet.
Yeah.
And so our thinking is like, this person seems great, like let's put Shane and Tyler in the game.
Yeah.
Let's like give them a chance to figure it out and go, and we're happy to be along for the ride and help however we can, but we know that you're more motivated than we are. Like there's a reason you're doing it, and you're at like chapter 1, and so you also need to trust a little bit in the process that like just coming to us, a founder knows that they're at the very beginning of their journey, and it's only going to get harder.
Do you think that founders should look at investors as like a mentor? Is it a business partner?
Like, it's all about thinking about the dynamics. So I think you're going to find, if you haven't already, you have surpassed much of the help that others can provide. You don't need mentorship in a lot of ways.
I don't know about that.
You need advice.
Are you kidding
and you
me?
need perspective, but like there's a point when you just kind of like grow up and you look around and you're
seriously?
No one can run your company but you and Tyler.
Yeah.
And so many people would look at you, Shane, and be like, I want him to be my mentor. And there is a transition that happens. But yeah, no one has your problems. People can't solve your problem.
Are you feeling that now?
What?
Are people
That I'm a
seeking you out?
mentor?
Yeah.
I actually get a lot of outreach because I'm a senior woman in venture, and I did a lot of outreach. So there was a long period of time where I tried to pay it forward and take those coffees and take those drinks, and then there's a pause that women in particular need to take, which is it's your responsibility to become as senior as you possibly can, and then you help others. You need to put the oxygen mask on yourself before you can commit time to helping.
Talk to me about balance of personal and professional life. Give me something. Like, am I gonna be good post Series B?
Give me hope.
Am I gonna
Let me
be
have
fine
hope. Yeah.
after a Series B? Can I get back to my life to an extent?
You've got to talk to some bigger fish than me.
Don't tell Ben.
I know. Well, I think it's always good to have priorities. Like 1 hour in therapy will probably save you like 6 hours a week at work. And on top of that, you're still at like chapter 1. You need to be developing into a mature adult, an executive, have hard things come up. Like that is an evolution that you need to have just as a person in the world. And you've got to start those things now because they will just pay off in the future in ways you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Don't think of it as mutually exclusive. It's like the holistic view. And that's not work-life balance. That's like still work. I'll just let me know your insurance. I'll schedule everything for you. Just like value add. We'll get this going.
And that's why you raise money from Layer Hippo.